Start with what you have, do what you like, and do what you know. Don't think like what others are following, what others' dreams are, what others have. So obviously, every dream will be possible. So start with what you have, do what you like, and do what you know. And don't wait for an opportunity. Create an opportunity. Employ people. Let's see. The person who's sitting next to you might be the co-founder. Person who's sitting in front of you might be the CTO of your company. Together, start a company. Go register the company. Start your operations. You find your identity, strength, and weakness of your own. Explore the possibilities. And if you feel like you're on the right track, then you don't need to think about anything. You don't need to self-doubt about yourself. Go beyond, and you have better opportunities in front of you.
So, hi guys, my name is Aman Sinha. I'm the host of Let's Talk with Aman. I would like to introduce you Mr. Shyam Prashad Rajasekaran. He is the co-founder of Veg Root, and he has given his precious time to me specifically so that he can come to this meeting and interview and can share his thought about and can have a conversation with me about Veg Root, about his early life. So before starting anything, it's a tradition of my show to ask, sir, how are you and how are you doing today?
I'm really good, and really very happy to be a part of the Founderstalk episode 1 today. So it's very a great honor and privilege to be a part of this forum. And I'm really good and hope the same from you during this COVID wave.
I'm good too, sir. I just, as you said, COVID is way too tough right now, and everything is halt at one point or another. Everything is halt in the world, and we can get this kind of opportunity to start something new and pursue our dreams and follow our path. So that's why I started this show. Let's talk with Aman Sinha, and I started this specific show in that channel, Founderstalk, where we can discuss with entrepreneurs, founders such as you, and who can let other young people who wanted to follow their passion can help them to bring their positive and following path mind to begin their career in entrepreneurship or maybe something they are interested in. So going ahead with the topic, with the discussion, I want to talk about, I want to start with this question: who is Sham Prashad Rajasekaran?
Sham Prasad Rajasekaran is a 25-year-old young boy hailing from a middle class background from southern tip of India, called a place called Coimbatore, which is you could have all heard about Chennai. It is very next to Chennai. It's obviously 500 kilometers from Chennai, and we are second largest city in Tamil Nadu. Right? We are also the Manchester of Tamil Nadu. I feel really proud to be a part of, to be a Coimbaturian basically, because our city is always filled up with lots and lots of business ideas all the go. So you don't believe, here it is a hub for thousands of businesses every day. And that is how my journey started as an entrepreneur from Coimbatore. And basically, I'm a backbencher. I don't study well. I'm also a below average scorer. So these are all some proud points which you people might laugh at me. People might think about what he has done so far and what was his dreams. But at some point, I realized that every dream is possible. Yes, I made every dream possible.
As you said, you were a backbencher and you were a below scorer, but I feel like I have been a backbencher too, and I have been a below average student in my life also. So sometimes it's backbenchers and below average student only who has more creative mind, because I feel like somewhat, and I think you should also agree with me, at somewhat the school system in India or right now is not that capable to bring a child's full brain capacity at somewhere, because they are just teaching what they are told to teach us, but we can't use our creativity and all to increase our mind and we can follow our dream or passion. So going ahead with this, you have done engineering. You are a science background student. So how it went for you when how you decided to do engineering?
I always wanted to get into creative studies. I always wanted to get into hands-on learning practices where what industry needs today. It's not just about what we can have in the packets of every day. It's all about what industry needs and what we know about the current updates and the real-time understanding about the whole world. And but seeing the educational system, the curriculums, thought process of schools or education institutions today in India aren't really capable of connecting the real needs of what industries usually require. So it's all about what they have. It's all about old age model, saying like they have books, they have research papers, they have usual things to make students learn, but not they are not making students to learn what they really love to. That is the serious issue which is happening around in India. So that is the only major drawback for unemployment opportunity because we are unskilled. That is a the real truth which I just wanted to tell you. And beyond this, being a student who doesn't really love to study, sitting in a bench with lots and lots of books and by hearting the contents, I don't really love it actually. I just wanted to get on the ground because when you get on the ground, you can learn so many things. You can come across so many failures. You can come across so many criticisms. You can come across so many learnings, and all these things will make you to grow beyond greater heights as much as possible. So this is what I believe actually. So not only book education, not only the system what we have today in India cannot fulfill your dreams, cannot fulfill what you need, cannot fulfill your passion or anything. It can fulfill to have food 3 times. It can fulfill your sleep. That's it can be happen every time whenever you be an employee. So being an employee and becoming an employer is totally different terms actually. So if I could have become an employer, then I could have been an employee. I could have earned 50,000-60,000 a month today. But I don't get satisfaction. I don't get connect even with Aman Sinha. People like Aman Sinha. I've been talking to Aman Sinha today because I've been different in my life, right? So the difference what we make and the change what we make in others makes us to think where we are actually. So not only books or education system or engineering or arts and science degrees or even PhD degrees doesn't mean that you're going to be successful in your life. It all depends that how you study, what you study, and where you study and when you study, and what you really love to study. If you really study what you love, then you are really successful. If you're not going to follow your path, then you are ending up in failure at some point. That's what I believe. Yes.
Completely agree, sir. One should always follow their path, and one should study what they want to study rather than getting forced. So I want to share something that I also did engineering, but I knew that at one point of my life that I knew that it was not my thing to pursue. So I could, because I don't want to waste my talent and waste my brain at some place where I know I couldn't do much more than that. As you have said that it is tough. It is either you can become an employee or you can become an employer, and you decided to become an employer rather than employee. So it happened same for me also. I wanted to become an employer rather than employee, but I didn't know which field should I choose. So I started doing journalism and all, and then my mind opened up in various fields, and I started pursuing my silent media and all, broadcasting media. So going ahead with this, I have seen that you also started an NGO at a very early age before starting Veg Root. So before we begin to talk about your company, Veg, why this NGO came up in your mind and why you started this NGO?
So basically, when I was into diploma, I completed my 10th standard and just I went on to diploma, SSLC, and just went on to my diploma actually. And I did my diploma for 3 years, in fact. So when I got exited out of diploma, then I wanted to, because I don't have any other option since I had 4 years in my diploma when I was 18 or 19. And I had to meet a good friend who's a good well-wisher today. He is Mr. Padmanabhan Gopalan, who is the founder of No Food Waste, which is feeding hungry stomachs across 12 cities in India today. It's about, we have fed close to 6 million hungry stomachs so far. The day when I started, he was my good well-wisher, and we together started running into this journey. And the very first day, we had received a couple of calls saying there is a food wastage which is happening nearby our town itself, and we had two shopper bags to go collect the foods which is being left over, which is not it been touched even. We collected and we came back to our place actually, and we saw 87-year-old lady. Then we went on and gave the food packet to her. She told like you'll be really happy in your life. Keep doing what you are actually doing, and you are really blessed to do this actually. So these were a few terms which she told to us, and that was the first earning. That was the first corporate job that I have got in my life. Actually, it was not credit cards. It was not a good space to sit and work. It was not nothing. It wasn't anything. So it was all about blessing. It was all about supports. It was all about love. It was all about smile. When I saw her smile, I felt really proud and happy. And that is the day when I decided that I should keep on doing the same and never stop at any point feeding people. So it's been 6 years of journey now, starting at the age of 18 to 24, 25 now. It's a very tiring journey, but still, end of the day, when I go to sleep, I feel satisfied that we have done something for society. We have changed lives and transformed lives. But at scratch, we started. Today, it has been a very big organization. We have been supported and recognized by Government of India. We have been recognized by UNO, and we do it well. We don't do it for branding purpose. And so many things have been going far and beyond. Though post that, we started a crowdfunding platform called edutharma.com, which is India's first academic scholarship platform, academic crowdfunding platform for raising funds for the students who would need. And we developed it. In fact, it is an online platform, and it is also really successful today. Then slowly, I had to read a quote saying, "You have to earn first, and then you serve society." That was a quote which was quoted in Tamil. In fact, I'm just translating it in English for better to you to understand. So first you earn, then you can serve society. Without earning, you can't even serve. So I thought, okay, this is the only point where we can get into startup, because I have been inspired by many big entrepreneurs, many big successful people. I be inspired by Ratan Tata. I be inspired by many great personalities. In fact, I haven't had an opportunity to meet those great many people, but still I had an opportunity to have great well wishers with me. So by seeing all of them, I had only dreamed that I have to do business, whatever it is. I don't have money, but I have passion and idea. So these are a few tools which is required to build up a new business from scratch. So vitamin M is always a byproduct to develop your entity or your strength of business. Vitamin M is so-called money. That is alone a byproduct to strengthen your business, not develop your business. Strengthening and developing are two different terms. That is what I wanted to mean. And slowly got into a startup called Twiltact in the age of 21. Started with just 9 rupees in my hand. And it was all about going ahead with many education institutions across India to train students on IoT. I went to third grade children's to train them on technology. People laughed at me. I made that possible. And many companies quoted it for 2,000 rupees an year for a student to train them on technology. I quoted just 1 rupee a child a day. So I made that possible. So it was really hectic journey. Though the days passed by, started working with many education institutions, many colleges, many universities. And I sit with board of studies, being a backbencher and coming to board of studies to sit with major experts, a panel of experts of educationists on board is again very challenging to make them understand about the real life scenario, what industry needs today, and what students actually wants to study. And then due to some issues with investors, last year I had to exit the organization, being the founder of 12 Technology Solutions Private Limited. And I had to exit. I had one other option, getting into a supply chain space, so-called Veg Root Agritech Private Limited, which is very close to my heart always. Veg is always called vegetables, and root is the way we deliver vegetables, or the road we would deliver vegetables. We initiated the last night. We got a domain. We kickstarted early in the morning. We launched it. We had 22 customers first day. Second day we had 40 customers. Third day we had 60 customers. The strange keeps on going. Today we operate in 5 different cities across India. Also employing transgenders and women for this entity. Connecting farmers and consumers by employing technology, which is the most important factor of becoming a successful entrepreneur. So this is my journey. Within few minutes, I have explained.
It was, as I listened to each and everything that you said, first of all, you're very inspiring people. I've seen countless of people, and the work you put in is like, you know, just
Thank you
way
so much.
above, just way above anyone can imagine. Like you said, you have 9 rupees in your pocket and you started your own organization and you teach kids. It's tough for anyone, it's very easy for anyone to laugh, but it's really tough for someone who like you work with those kids, because making a third standard kid to understand about technology is way too difficult, and you did that thing without,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
you.
I think like many kids have different potential. Since that what we didn't have during the school studies is that what I wanted to give it to children's today. So we made that possible. I just wanted to tell all the viewers today who have been watching this interview might be. I think the students who are present today are really skilled. They are really interesting. They are really passionate about what they wanted to do. But still, they don't have a platform to work. They don't have a platform to learn. I think everyone can explore opportunities and beyond. So don't wait for an opportunity. Waiting for an opportunity is always like waiting for a boat in the desert. That's what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't wait for the opportunity, create your own opportunity. That's what I have always felt like. You have to create your own opportunity.
True,
As well
true.
as you did in your life, you created your own opportunity rather than waiting for any opportunity. So, talking about the NGO only, when you started, you said that you got a call from 3 or 4 girls where food were getting wasted and you bring the take them. So, I know starting an NGO, maybe it's a very easy task for anyone who want to start an NGO. They can say that I started this NGO, but create moving further with moving ahead with the NGO process, it's way too difficult and way too critical topic to discuss about, because you need funds, you need to know where people are spending foods, where they are wasting the foods. So how you were able to get that each and every day?
Yeah, that's what I want to tell actually. So myself and my well-wisher Padmanabhan Gopalan, who started No Food Waste, he just had big dreams actually, in fact, to feed people. But initially, we had 2 shopper bags to collect all the foods which has been wasted. Then we delivered it to hungry stomachs in the city. So then we just pushed on ourselves uh, to attain an old Activa. We named it as Foodiva actually. We used to travel with the Foodiva onto the city roads where people used to see us, where people used to notice us. We will have food packets on the either ends of the vehicle, and we used to travel actually. Through that, we delivered at least 8,000 food packets actually within a month time. And people noticed, and a couple of Rotarians who gave us an Omni, they donated us an Omni at free of cost, and we got it actually. So at some point, we realized that we have got an Omni, but we don't have money to fuel the vehicle. We don't have money to get the work done, or might be to even service the vehicle whenever it is required. Or beyond that, we also need vessels to collect the foods which has been wasted in larger scale. So what we thought was, okay, let's post something on Facebook and let's see if people can support. And we just posted that what we are doing and what we actually need. And it's not about the money what we need. It's all about the resources what we need, right? And the very next day in the morning, we have got 9 vessels which we had asked, and also a person who came from outside, he gave us a fuel card saying you can fuel this Omni whenever you are required. I'll top up every month whatever is the money required to fuel this Omni. So, and one more came up saying I'll service this Omni at free of cost. Don't need to worry about anything. Whenever the service is required or changing of tires is required, we'll definitely do it. So only thing is, you people keep on doing it, we'll definitely support it. This was a term which was given by great Rotarians and great people around us. And slowly it started evolving. We went to many places to collect the food. We didn't do it for any branding purpose, in fact. And we distributed it to hungry people. We developed the Play Store. We developed the mobile application for feeding people. So it all went through technology. So at some point, we also went to many government hospitals to deliver food packets actually. And by seeing this, many have been inspired. We have got received many awards and recognitions. In fact, for helping people during the floods at Chennai and in nearby places where we live. And you don't believe, being an youngster, it's not only about the money what is required, but your heart and what you want to do matters actually. So we made that possible, and we had many youngsters with us probably during the start. As well, we had good bureaucrats to support us, like many district collectors supported us, and many people, in fact, motivated us to do this actually. It's not only that we had done this, and it is not. We are not very proud doing this actually. When India goes without hunger, and when India goes to sleep without hunger, that is the time when we succeed. That is the time where no food waste will succeed. It's not like every day we are feeding, every day NFW is feeding close to a lakh people. It doesn't matter actually. Whenever people like us, whenever people who sleep on the roads, whenever people who sleep on the slum areas goes to sleep without with having food, that is a high time where we succeed. Today, it has been close to 12 cities now and crossing over 16 lakh hungry stomachs. The initiative is keep going, and there is huge supporters been supporting. We haven't got even a single rupee from any donators or people who just want to donate money. They can donate food. We'll be donating it to hungry community. That made us possible.
So you're saying as it was more about people from outer side that helped you and well wished you from different. It's not always about money. It's about giving you the resources sometime that may help you to create such a big engine. So going ahead with the discussion, I have heard that it's most about technology that helped you. So you would say that engineering somehow was a base, and the technology was the base of every startup and every entrepreneurial company that you started, the NGO, whether talking about the educational one and talking about the Veg Root Agri. So does the engineering, you can say that it was the base? Does your educational field was the base of that thing?
100% it was not the base. I just wanted to clearly tell that was not at all been helpful to me at any point when I started doing it. And really self-learning, your passion, your thought process, your energy, your ideas, your hard work and smart work makes everything possible. My studies didn't even relate at any point of time in my life. I had studied mathematics, but I don't even think like that has helped me in my life. Fundamentally, that has helped actually. But still, what we study there and what the real world is present is totally different from what we study. So I feel like I am not criticizing education system, but still I'm just letting you know the frank opinion that what I had actually. If I could have learned MBA, then I could have spent 2 years of time, spent at least 10 lakh rupees in working with MBA. But I had recently posted about my way of MBA in shorter note on LinkedIn actually. And many people have reacted to that. In fact, I had literally posted it very frankly, telling that what I have actually learned on the ground MBA. It's not about from the book. It's about on the ground MBA. What actually MBA tells and what actually the practical MBA tells is that what I've related there actually. And people have really understood the real life business management and the book life business management. That's totally different stories. That's what I wanted to mean. Yeah. So your life doesn't even connect with your studies at any point. You have to be an enthusiast. You have to be a self-encourager. Wherever you get an opportunity, you keep exploring. That's it.
Completely agree. I thought maybe you would say, it was my mind of that you would say that technology was come up with engineering. So but as you said, it is 100% true that your studies won't touch your background, what you are doing right now, because you will learn completely new things while you are pursuing your career and your passion. So moving ahead with the discussion. So we have talked about your NGO, but I wanted to start talking about right now the educational thing that you started. You have started a fundraising for students. So how it started and how it is right now, and because you said I have to give up the founder position, if I'm not wrong.
No, the crowdfunding platform which I started was totally different, which we friends all together started was totally different. The brand was edudharma.com, edudharma.com. It was India's first online academic scholarship platform to help students who are in need for paying their fees for their schools and colleges. Actually, that is how it all started. That's a totally different story. That started with around 4 friends. We together started developing the platform. I went for marketing. A couple of friends started initiating. It started in 2016 end actually. Then we launched it in 2017 on World Youth Day. That is on Jan 12th. In fact, it had good reach, and today it is about 6.5 crores have been raised through the platform actually. By educating 200 children for their schools. We don't charge from donors. We don't charge from the needy people who wants the funds. We just connect both. it acts like Millap and Keto. Whatever you see, it acts like Millap and Keto, but we are exclusively for education scholarship platform. Slowly, we came into health platforms as well. People who wants to attain some fundings for the heart surgeries, they can approach. We'll go verify directly. Then we'll post on the requirements, and people will donate. Whatever they donate, they will be transferred to hospital funds actually. So this is how it operates. And slowly, I just wanted to exit, and I started a company called Twill Tech TT, a company called TT, Twill Tech Technology Solutions Private Limited. It was all about to train the young kids on IoT. So it started from 9 rupees. I had only 9 rupees. Then the day when I started, I had to purchase a domain, whereas I can build a website for the company where people can see that and tell, okay, they are an accredited company. So that is why I had to get a domain. So in fact, I spent 300 rupees for getting a domain. And the very next day, I went to marketing. I had only a sheet of paper to write down my name in the so-called. I had termed it as business card. In fact, I had termed the paper it as a business card. So I had to write my name, draw the logo of a company, the company which was started early in the night, yesterday night. And early in the morning, I had only sheet of paper to write my name, company's name, and mobile number. I went on to a marketing space where I had to meet a security. He didn't let me into the school actually. He was school security. And he told that, where is your business card? And seeing me, you are just like 20-year-old and you're telling like you have started a business. How can I let you in? And people are already coming from many big companies who are doing the same. And we just don't want to let you in, as principal said. I told him like, okay, give me an opportunity. I'll go inside, meet the principal. If she agrees, then I'll take up the deal. If she doesn't agree, then I exit the school. Then I went on to the premises. I waited over for 3-4 hours, and the person who was sitting next to me came from a biggest edutech company, and he was like, "What are you going to do here?" And he was like pushing many questions. In fact, I just told him like I'm going to train kids on technology, and I sat for 3 hours. I didn't even talk to him actually, but he got an appointment. He went in with due respect. I was sitting outside. People didn't even respond me. He didn't even respect me at any point. So I waited for over 3 hours. Then I went in. I didn't. They didn't even make me to sit actually in front of principal. I showcased the idea that what I have. She agreed. She had interested. She had shown the interest, and I signed up the deal very next day, saying I'll be training your kids 1 rupee a day for a kid. It's about 365 rupees for a year for the kids to study and learn IoT through hands-on learning methods. That wasn't given by any companies in India. It wasn't given by any companies in India. I made it. I pushed on it to over 100 schools in different regions within 1.5 years time. I made a big revenue. I was really happy about it and slowly got into colleges. That was my first deal which I got. I reinvested. I went on to marketing. I went on to trainings. I wanted to develop the prototypes which I wanted to showcase it to the children. I wanted to make them inspired. I have to make them learn. I have to get ready with the book material. The very next day, once the session is done, the very next day I have to go for marketing to close the deal and hire my employee who can take up the trainings and other. They have developed the company slowly. People who had vitamin M, so-called money, the investors came into the company. They spoiled the whole firm. They wanted to just, make me throw out of the organization. I told that you are really capable and I'll exit the organization. No worries. Within 2 weeks of time, my company, the next company started. They are on completely on hold. They can't even proceed after that. The company is completely on hold and everything is washed out now. I started Veg Root, and today the growth of Veg Root is totally different from what I had last year. It started in early in the May last year. It's about, early in the July last year. It's about 9-10 months now. So the growth of Veg Root is totally different from what I thought last year.
It's really so great to listen about your stories, different entrepreneur. I can't say that you are a very young person who started one company just because you want to follow your passion. So that you have so many experience for last 5, 6, 7 years that you have put all your brain, your hard work into Veg Root, and now Veg Root is where it is right now. It's all because of your hard work and your team hard work. So we have talked about entrepreneurship. We have talked about your companies, how you started it. I want to take it back. I want to start. Who was Shyam Prashad Rajasekaran when he was a kid?
Sham is always very naughty. He don't study. He used to play cricket. He enjoys a lot riding bicycle, and he really loves grandparents. Actually, he really loves grannies who are present around him. And it's not only about his grandparents. Actually, whenever he see a old person who's on the road or wherever, we used to go network with them, to talk with them. He wants to help them with what he has. And I really love grandparents. And probably beyond that, I had to change many schools, couple of schools. I had to change at least 100 tuitions so far. I had also posted about the changing of tuitions from fifth standard to 10th standard. I don't really like going to tuitions because they beat me. They have bet me actually. So today that's totally different scenario. So, but at some point of time, it's really hurting that people really don't understand that what you really love to do. When if they could have left me beyond saying like go whatever you do what you want to do. If they have let me saying in the age of 16, 15 or 16, today I would be a very successful person. They didn't leave me actually. They had just holded me saying the society will laugh at us. Society will criticize us when we don't do what society does today and things. People who criticized us and people who laughed at us are really asking for a job today. So the transformation change where we were and where we are today, it's totally different story. But whatever we come across, we have to be humble, we have to be unique, we have to be the same, whatever we come.
Completely agree. It's just I felt so many things that you have said. The society, how society hold us back. Sometimes even if our parents let us, but due to the pressure of society, they have to hold us and have to say that you can't do this and you can't do that because the society won't do that. But you are changing the things. And the Veg Root is one of the example. You are giving the equal opportunity to women, to transgender, and every people who wants to work and who wants to earn every single penny from their hard work and labor they want to put in. So talking about, you have discussed about the childhood. You say that 15, if your parents or if the society would have given you the opportunity to work towards your dream from the age of 15, 16, you have been much more successful. But would you say that if during that time, if they didn't hold you, the Veg Root or the work you have put in after that wouldn't be possible that you are putting right now? Because sometimes it's just people holding you will make your emotions and dream more powerful to follow it.
Obviously, if I could have started early in 14s or 15s, I could really be successful today. So even more successful today because I could have earned additional 3 years of experience. I could have been a 9 or 10-year-old experience right today. So in terms of startups, in terms of society and things, people who start earlier, people who start working earlier, people who start doing things earlier will definitely go beyond and beyond limits. Actually, that's what I had seen from many big inspirations. I don't want to mention any one of them because it might create an issue between people saying like they're only focusing on some people like cricketers or might be big business magnates. But beyond that, there are a lot more successful people who didn't even study and they are successful. And there are a lot more successful people who had studied well and they have, because of their studies, they have been successful. And there are a lot more people who had did their studies even in IITs and IIMs and they have been struggling hard for their income today. So it's not about where you study, it's not about where you come from, it's not about what you do. It's all about how far you are thinking, how innovative your thought process, how creative your ways of challenging, how creative you are, connecting people, networking with people is all about. So these all matters actually. If I could have started the Veg Root having a small retail shop in Coimbatore, then I could have at least 30 customers a day. The day will pass by. I'll be a day runner in the particular retail shop. I could have invested 4 lakhs actually. But running the supply chain platform without investing anything, starting from scratch to the growth now, having 5 franchises in different cities, even in Goa we run actually. We run business in Goa actually. So having all these business within 9 or 10 months time is really impossible. That what people think. But I think every dream is possible. Yes.
Completely agree. Every dream is possible if you are putting the effort and if you want to really think that far and if you want to put effort. So talking about ahead, like you have discussed that if you have given the opportunity at the age of 15 and 16, and if you have started Veg Root, you would have been much more with experience, not with money sometimes, but with experience. You have been at different level right now where you are. Talking about as a speaker, I've seen you have spoken at many universities. You have spoken in many conferences. So, what was your experience while you were speaking? Because you're a very young person and you're still learning at entrepreneurship and you're still growing. So, what was the most older people thinking about you when you were speaking about a company or about your life and about your growth?
The first speaking assignment which I got was to talk to students about the food wastage which is happening in their campus actually. So I was invited by an institution by an assistant professor. So when I went there, taking a public transport early in the morning at about 8:30 or 9 o'clock to the gate of the college, they didn't let me into the institution actually, saying like you are not at all like a student actually. You see like the person who's on the roads, and we just don't want to let you in. And that is high time where I thought I should definitely be into a different position within few hours of time and come with a different strategy, because I was being pushed out of the institution at some point, being invited for the institution. So went in at some point. They invite. The assistant professor came out of the college, then took me into the institution. I went there. That was my first stage experience. In fact, I had no other opportunity. That was my first stage experience. I had to speak for about 45 minutes. I had close to 300 audience sitting in front of me. Even I have that picture on LinkedIn that has been posted on LinkedIn actually. I would have spoke to about 45 minutes. I made everyone to cry, talking about the food wastage, talking about the stories which we see every day. People being striving for food, people being hungry every day, and people who are sitting in the whole floor had started crying actually, and that made them very emotional. And the day when we addressed, and the very next day, we had 60 kgs of food wastage from about 200 kgs of food wastage, which was at max it was about 60 kgs actually. The very next day it came up to 30 kgs, and end of that month it came up to 2 kgs actually. So the change what we made was totally different, and we made people impact about the foods and hungry people who have been striving for food. And that was my first stage experience. Slowly, I was just getting many assignments to talk about food wastage. At some point, I came into business. I came into entrepreneurship. Then I was doing social activities as well. So together, I started talking these things without having any presentations or anything else. So people were inspired, and many institutions started connecting. Many institutions started agreeing to have me as guest to the forum. I was obviously being treated, in a different manner, which I didn't even expect. Like, I don't want to expect anything. I just went there. I just shared all my thoughts, shared all my experiences. People were inspired again. Today it's about 500 stages actually. So it's close to 500 stages today. I've been also to many big forums, soon to be invited at TEDx and other organizations. So I had got invited, but due to pandemic, I didn't. I just didn't go actually. But every day I spend at least 1 hour to talk with the student communities, because I really love talking to students, and I get inspired talking to students because they are real motivators. They are real role models of me. I think like each and every student can do wonders, and only thing what they need is a platform to expose or exhibit their ideas. And I can give a platform. I can spend something on their ideas. I can make their dream possible and their dream come true. So I can be a catalyst for making that possible. Only thing is they have to come up with an idea. For this, I'm making things work. I've been talking every day. I've been talking to many institutions, in fact. But at some point, I have got only 3 startups so far. To talk about entrepreneurship, I've been talking about entrepreneurship for the past 3 years. Every year, there will be one startup coming up with an idea, good idea. We'll be investing on that. We'll be doing. taking it up. But the spirit which I gave, this time which I spent, it's more than enough for the student communities. But they are motivated, but they are fearing about the losses which they might occur. They might come across during early stages of doing the startup. So I think they should never feel about the fear of loss which happens around. Everything happens for some reason. You just take it up. So you just take it up, and the challenges what you face today are the learnings what you can have to grow beyond tomorrow. So don't think about any criticisms. Obviously, you'll be criticized. So if I could have thought about why I'm going to, why I should talk to this institution today, I could have exited that day. I couldn't have become a good public speaker today. I could haven't met at least close to 1 million people today. So I think everything starts from scratch. It cannot be from comfortable space what I have today. It was all from scratch.
So talking about a bit of a funny question I want to ask. Like you said that the first time you went for the public speaking, the security guard didn't let you in because he thought, according to you, he thought that you were someone from a road bypass that came that suddenly. And you look like a student. So do you think that you have changed your personality and the way of clothing you wear right now after that day? Because that somehow subconsciously may have impacted you.
No, initially it was first stage. I went very in my brand T-shirt, actually, in our brand T-shirt, which mentioned as no food waste. Backside we have the contact number. I was very normal person, in fact. At some point of time during 2019, February 7th only, I got my February 7th, 2019 is the day when I got my waistcoat or the overcoat, actually. And until then, I was going in a very normal way, because many people used to tell me I'll get you a waistcoat, I'll get you a suit which will suit you better. You go for talk sessions with the suit. And I tell them that I don't want any suit. I just wanted to be very normal, because I'm not that much successful person. I'm not here to show off anything that what I've done. I'm just here to exhibit and make sure that people are inspired by this idea, and make sure that they are starting something. They are doing. They're going to do something immediately. So this is what I just wanted to. It's not about the dressing what we have today. So it's all important, but that alone doesn't mean that you are the right guy who has lots of ideas or lots of passion, who have lots of thought process. It's not about the shirt or the pant what you have. It's all about what you have in the inner feelings, what you have in your heart and mind. Actually, yes.
Sometimes I always feel a bit of that kind of person. Like I have always not spoken like you, but I do have given some time speaking, competition. I participated. The faculties that used to train us, they told us you should always wear a good attire. But one thing that you should have while you were speaking, you must have that confidence in your mind. You should have that kind of mindset that you're going to speak in front of 500 people, thousands of people. And you should be confident in yourself that whatever you are speaking is true to you. Rather, it doesn't matter whether other believe you or other have question about that, but you should be true to yourself also. So, sir, talking a bit earlier, like going back again in your past 15, 16 years, do you think that your parents have supported you way too much in your life so that you can, start the startup and, start different type of organization? Because sometimes in India, we have seen that parent doesn't, they took a, safe side that if my kid will do job, he can earn a simple amount of money. But if he starts his own startup, there is a risk that he may get a huge loss and he can never recover from that. And his motivation will go down. But if he start doing a job, then he will have, some amount of money that he will earn properly. So do you think your parents have supported you that much?
Yeah, definitely. They have been my big inspiration. They have been my great supporter all the time. Whenever I go tell them that I'm going to do something, they'll definitely be the first one to support me, actually. Not saying they literally don't have vitamin M to support me, because we come from a middle class background, actually. But they have kind of motivation, they have kind of support, they have kind of enthusiasm to always tell me that you'll be successful, you'll be successful. successful, you'll be successful. And that is the only thing that what a kid requires from the parent, not money or everything. So if this motivation is given by any parent across any place, your kid will definitely be successful. There is no doubt about it. Don't be a self-doubter of your kid. So always be motivating your kid. They doesn't need anything from you. They just want motivational supports, a moral support. That's it.
Completely agree. It's just about support, and I feel like it's more about kind words from your parents sometimes, telling you can do it, you can do it. But sometimes it's also some parents I have seen. My parents have always supported me, like your parents, that they doesn't have the vitamin M as you refer vitamin M. They can't give me that much of money, to support my passion. But yeah, they can give me support from their words of wisdom that I can do this, I can do that if you just believe in yourself. So talking about going ahead in your life, we have discussed each and every part, about your early life, who is Sham, how he started his NGO, how he started his TT, and how other organization you started. Let's talk about the Veg Root. First of all, when did Veg Root came in your mind?
Yeah, that's what I told actually. Veg Root started last year. It was all about when I got exited from being the founder of Twiltat, a company called Twiltat. I started Veg Root, and it was all about 9 in the night. Myself and my partner had been having a discussion about to start a new company. I told him that we'll go ahead with connecting farmers and consumers because we are under lockdown, the first lockdown last year. He agreed. Then I framed a brand name for this company. We got it registered. We started running beyond opportunities. And, we started delivering the veggies which people order the very next day. And we had good outcome, in fact. And we thought of building the business to next level. Then probably what we did was we had to push this to many other cities like Chennai, Bangalore, Goa, and other places. We just started pushing. We just started creating opportunities. We showed our model. They were very happy, very inspired by the model. They had also invested 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs for getting a franchisee of Veg Root, actually. A company with starting just within 9 months of time, getting 5 franchisees done is not a very easy task, what people think. But I think this is very slow process, which I'm doing right now. If it is not going to be a lockdown time, then I could have been very fast, actually. I have right people with me. I always don't want to have people who wants a job doesn't require CVs or resumes anymore, actually. I don't want to have CVs or resumes. I have already posted this on all my social media pages. I just want the stories of them. I just want the failures which they faced. I just want the passion what they want to do, about what they want to do. These are 3 things. If it inspires, if their write-up inspires me, then they'll be on board with Veg Root. And that is how I have hired people on Veg Root. And we have close to 12, 13 people working full-time on this. We have transgenders working on this. They're not anymore transgenders. They're super women. I know you people can remember. Further, they are super women. They're really talented fellows who are really inspiring us a lot. They're working very hard day and night to make everything possible, at least to last mile delivery. Actually, yes.
It's just people right now in India, I feel like they don't see them as you are seeing, or the youth are seeing them, that we can accept them as normal human being, and we can let them give the work that they can do much better than any other, I feel like. So talking about Veg Root, when you like you said, you and your partner started this company one night before, and you got that thought that you wanted to build something where you can connect farmers directly to consumers, rather than having someone come as vendor who will take the food from farmers and then they will deliver it to someone else. So how were you able to contact to the first farmer? Like what were you was in your mind?
I just went down to a farmer, asked him about whatever you have. Can you give it to me? He said, okay. What is the pricing that you wanted to have? He said about 22 rupees for a kg of tomato. I said, okay. I don't want to bargain. I collected all the things and I went on to deliver to a customer. The customer felt very happy. So very next day, he connected farmer 1 connected with farmer 2. We eradicated middleman engagement. We collected everything from them. Slowly it started raising up, and today it's operating. It's all about from the ground work what you have.
like you said, as you said, that you just went to a farmer. So it looks so simple when you say it, but I know it would have been way too tough as for the first time when you went to a farmer to discuss about this. Even he had to understand what you're planning to do. When you buy the food product, and then you went to a consumer to sell that product. So going ahead, so how? What was your reaction when you were, a government authorized startup, when you, because it was a big article you have also written on LinkedIn, and it was like way too inspiring for me also, who want to start a own startup and want to authorized by government, that this is a government recognized startup. So what was your and your partner ideology that time when government accepted this startup, this form of yours?
I'm not that much surprised to get recognitions. Actually, recognitions are just a tool to support you. Recognition is just a tool to express your gratitude to people. Recognition is just a tool to inspire you. Recognition is just a tool to motivate you to do something big every day. So I always think that best is always yet to come. Best is always yet to come. So it was initial surprise, and I was just back to normal since, because I always have recognitions, awards, everything at the back, and your vision and passion and your mission will be in your front. If you feel very proud, if you feel very jumping, getting any recognitions, then you will be ending up in failures at some point. You can enjoy, then you should keep it ahead. You should keep focusing about. See, even I forgot that we received a recognition. You are reminding me today. So I just have something in my mind saying, okay, what should be done tomorrow? What should be done the day after tomorrow? What should be done within a month's time? That is what I keep on running in my mind. So to every entrepreneur out here, if you are getting some recognitions, if you are being recognized by some people, don't worry. Keep going. Keep going. Everything will be coming into your space, and just have it neutral. Don't enjoy a lot. Don't celebrate it a lot. People will celebrate you at some point. That happens. People will definitely celebrate you. At least you get at least 500 messages every day. Say telling they'll be blessing you a lot in and around different destinations across the globe. That happens actually. That is all about. That is a drug. Celebrating is a drug actually, and don't get into that addiction. So just keep doing whatever you're doing. People will definitely celebrate you. You'll be recognized at some point. Don't worry.
Completely agree. As you said, you shouldn't be getting full of yourself by something you recognize it. You should continue your work. But you would also agree that it is something that you and your partner would have been proud by getting authorized by government themselves. That your startup was so good that it is recognized now, and it is an official company in India that everyone can. So talking about, I just want to ask something a little bit social media related from you. I've seen your LinkedIn post each and every day. You share some thoughts, you share some, sometimes some funny things. And I remember there was one post, I guess yesterday or day before yesterday, you post where a student from your college, I guess, messaged you about the PhD stuff. They want to, she want to write about you, how you started your company, and how you started your company, and how you established where it is right now. And you also told that you will tell her everything, but she said that you can write everything and give it to her. I read the post. I was like, okay, this is some kind of funny thing that she told the owner or founder himself to write everything and give it so that I can, give it to my. So I just want to ask, like, there is many people who is trying to get in touch with you, whether to get a job or just like me wants to get an interview from you about your company, about you. So how you face each and every day, like this kind of question?
No, I usually come across many conversations every day from different sets of people. One people ask for a job. One people will say that I have started a business. Can you invest on this? One person will come saying I am facing huge loss in this business. Can you please mentor me at free of cost? One person will come up saying I have ended up for my life, and I just wanted 300 rupees to have my food. Can you please help me? It all happens through LinkedIn. Do you believe this? It all happens through LinkedIn. Do you believe this? I even get every messages every day. And many used to converse about the interviews. Many used to converse about internships. Even few people send me resumes without even asking me to my mail and say that why are you not responding to my mails at least? And what makes you not to respond to my mails? Am I disturbing you or something else like that? Whenever a company has a requirement, whenever a company is going on into hiring, they'll definitely hire you on board. That is what people have to understand today. It's not that if I'm running a company, it's not that I have huge amount of money to give everything to everyone and sit idle here. Actually, it's about whenever I have a requirement, whenever you are skilled and your skill meets my requirement, then I'll hire you on board. That is how it happens. And many used to ask like interviews, like Aman Sinha asked for an interview. So like you, many people ask for an interview every day. But I just wanted to tell you one person who even connected with me last Saturday. She was from Mumbai, Thane, I think so, from Thane. Yeah. She told that I'll send you 3 questions actually through mail. And I just don't want to share my contact number to anyone. And I want you to share, you have to record yourself talking about, you have to answer all those 3 questions and record yourself. Add your name to the video, add your name in the video, and share it to me over Google Drive. What I do is like I'll add my logo and I'll share it on my YouTube page where I have 1,000 subscribers, where it will be good reach for you. You'll get so many contacts, you'll get good business. I told her I don't want to spend time on this. If you are not really interested to take at least an interview, then why you wanted to spend time on this? I just don't want to do this because through this I can't get any branding. Through this I don't want any branding, right? So this is not at all going to help me to get any business. I am not here to get any business to talk with Aman Sinha. I just wanted to explore opportunities. I just wanted to get a good connect with Aman Sinha. It's not about I just wanted a business when I exit the call with someone having an interview. So there are people like this. I told that I cannot do that. Please don't talk to me about this again. If you want any other things, let me know. I'll tell you. And she got offended, saying, "Oh, you're not interested to give an interview. Giving an interview and self-recording an interview is totally different. I'm not a self-branding person where I wanted to give an interview and tell that I have given an interview in your page. It doesn't require anything. And people like there are many people who tell different things, who even criticize different things, who even comment in the below of the photos or post what I post. And in point they'll definitely come to my chat box and say that you should delete the post immediately, or I will raise a complaint against you, or I will call to your number. I'll force you to delete the post and do anything. I said I assure that you can do anything whatever you want. I also know that what I wanted to do. So then they know that they scroll different posters. I used to have good connect with the police officers and other people. They think like, okay, I'm directly influencing the police officers to connect with them, and they don't even respond to me. So people, there are many kinds of people even on LinkedIn and Instagram and in many other pages. And many people are really gentle. Many people are really truthful for what they are actually doing. But I'm not blaming everyone actually. There are lots and lots of sounding profiles each and every day who call from different part of India and tell that I am from here. Do you know me? You have been following me and things. When we are really busy at some point, they don't even understand actually. So those are few steps which I'm getting hurted at some point. So I used to post whatever I come across, whatever I wanted to post. It's not like what you like and what you wanted to have thought process on me. I don't change. I can't change for anyone actually. I'm just posting whatever I love and whatever I do. If it's been inspiring you, then you can like or comment or even react or even scroll the post. I'm not asking you to like actually. I'm not asking you for any business or anything. If it inspires you, then you can attain. That's what I wanted people to have actually. Even I just remember one post that you had told. Yeah, in fact, I got a mail saying I just want to talk to you. I didn't reply for that mail because I didn't even know that it doesn't even have the contact number. It doesn't even regards or anything in the content actually. Being a PhD holder and doesn't even have having a signature on the mail content, that doesn't mean anything actually, right? So it wasn't a formal mail. I didn't believe in that actually. I just left. And she called me once upon a time saying, "Sir, I'm going to have PhD Viva and I just wanted few things from you. I'm doing my agriculture. Okay, whatever you do, let me know what I want to do. Sir, I'll share you all the questionnaire what I have to your mail. Whenever you're free, you just go type all the answers for that. You send it to me. I'll submit it to my people. Then I'll get a PhD Viva. For you getting PhD done, then why should I work actually? So this is what I had told to her, and she was literally like asking, sir, when you're free, are you really free now? Or she was not about talking about anything. She just wanted to talk about, good evening, sir. When you're available, okay. Can you please share it immediately? I'm not a person who's really ready to be working on all those stuffs. Actually, it is their own responsibility who have to take care of their own works. Actually, people doesn't even understand that. That is why I posted on LinkedIn. And at some point, people started criticizing, and some point, people started understanding. I just don't want people who talk negative about us. I just don't. I just ignore that actually, because people who talks negative can't do things. They don't know the toughness and the reality which is happening around. Every day I used to post at least 2 or 3 posters. It comes from my mind and heart. I don't read it from the books and I don't post. Yes.
Still, it's sometimes the posts are so funny, so funny, and sometimes it's very inspiring, and sometimes it show the reality what people are doing right now. Like you said right now about that fellow person of your college. What she should do, she's asking you to do. Like currently, people are doing that. They are throwing their responsibility on someone else rather than taking their own responsibility and doing. Because I feel like even in the interview process, she asks you to completely edit your own videos and send it to her, and then she will post it. And I feel like interview is something that it should be conversation kind of interview. It should always be there. One should be present to take the interview from the guest, because it's not because you're not free always to give or record videos, or like you can use that time to work on your own business and create something. So, sir, talking ahead, as a college student, I'm doing right now in my final year doing journalism, or any college student in the world, you are an entrepreneur, you are the co-founder. How should one message someone in the field or in any company about getting an internship, or somehow to talk to you to understand how you work?
First of all, connect with them. First of all, build up your profile. First of all, showcase your profile, saying it should be very formal actually. Formal in the sense, it's not like my profile is not very formal. I can tell that. But in fact, writing the contents on the headline about what I actually do, the picture what we have on your page, WhatsApp, and other things matters actually. It's not like you're not going to have a fun conversation with your friend saying to seeing laugh at both of you. So it's about connecting with a professional. People will definitely notice your profile actually. Many people used to have some actors photo on their LinkedIn page at least. So I have noticed that actually. The fans, they might be fan of some actor and they'll be having that particular poster person's picture on LinkedIn. So it's not at all going to be an issue when you have your own picture on LinkedIn. Either it can be male or a female. It doesn't even create an issue on LinkedIn. It's about where you post and what you actually do and whom you connect with. When you posted something on Instagram, that might become an issue. When you post something on LinkedIn, that might not become an issue until and unless you are connecting with the right person. There might be people. LinkedIn is not only the professional platform. It's always a platform to connect with the right persons. That's what I mean actually. So first of all, you should be having a formal photograph of yourself, saying like what updating your current works, what you have done so far, what is all about. You have a good space called about you to write about you on the page. You can write 2,000 words on the page actually. You write all your stuffs about what you have done rather than only uploading your profile or resume. Rather than uploading your profile or resume, write about you first of all. Write about from your childhood. Write about your failures first of all. Write about your successful things. Write about your passion. Write about what you wanted to do, what you wish to be in another 5-10 years. So these all inspires us a lot. So see, when I hire a person, when I get a message, I used to go through the profile. Then only I used to reply to the message. According to the profile, we used to respond to the message. It's not about we respond to every message in the equal manner. So it depends on profile. If a person from an industry messages, if a person from industry pings us, then it will be a totally different story. If a person from a student pings us, it will be totally different story. But it depends on how people connects. It's not about the age, it's not about the percentage, it's not about where you come from, it's not about what you do. It's about how you connect with people. That's what matters here. First of all, start building your profile in the right way. Post at least what you have done. It's not about posting an education certificate saying I have scored 98% in my. That doesn't matter. That doesn't people wants to know from you. People always wants to know that what you actually like, what you have actually gone through, what you actually come across in your studies, in your college life, in your education scenario. What is your passion all about? These all you write a content and post it on LinkedIn, post it on your social medias. People will get inspired by you. Second point, whenever you ping a message to a professional, whenever you ping a message to a person who's into the industry or might be your faculty or might be your professor, you should be so respectful for them actually. Give respect and take respect. That is the first important factor. Many people used to message, hey, hi, hey, how are you? So there might be a student actually seeing a message saying, hey, that will be a totally different scenario, like saying, hi, sir, how are you? So there is a difference between both. Seeing a message like, hey, and he might be the right person for my company, but I don't like his behavior. I don't like his way of talking. I just reject the message and I'll go forward searching for a different person. If he's going to be, hi, Sham, how are you? That's totally different story. So it's all about how you converse with people. It's all about how you build network with people, how you start connecting with people. So start asking about how are you? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're safe and healthy. Hope your family is doing good. Hope all things are fine at your end. And just wait for the message. Don't post a long message and ask that, sir, when you can reply or when you will reply. Don't like that actually, because people are not free and people are not ready to reply you anytime whenever you message. You even message at 11 o'clock in the night, and what makes people to ping you at night? And people don't ping. See, they work tirelessly from day till night actually. So there are some corresponding times where you can connect with people. You understand first of all yourself and then connect with people. And when you end up the conversation, tell them, convey them a thanks for their time, convey them about your journeys. Then obviously post your mail ID. Mail ID should also be very formal. In fact, it might be, I have a mail ID called Sham Prasad at Sham Prasad 24 at the rate of gmail.com. So a person who has a mail ID, for example, his name is Dinesh. He has a mail ID called Dinesh loves you at gmail.com. How can a professional connect with a student kind of him? He has completed his engineering actually. He is not a professional. Then how can be a professional student coming into industry taking care of the works actually? These all things which might be a negative point of perspective from an industrialist, or might be from an HR forum or whomever it might be. They all see your not only your marks or anything, also your behavior, also your attitude, also your way of talking and everything. So any point whenever you end up in things, you add your mobile number to the forum. It's not about the gender or anything. So they are not going to offend you or do anything. Just post your mobile number, mail ID, where you come from, what you do, what is your passion, and everything. Just end up the conversation. Wait for some time. If they don't respond, don't offend them directly, because they might get hundreds of messages like what we send actually. Say for example, I'm sending my message to a different person and he's a big industrialist. And if he doesn't respond to the message, I shouldn't be like, okay, why are you not responding to my message? You don't like me, and I shouldn't be like that. Actually, I should be very polite to him, saying, "Sir, can you please let me know when you're really available? When you're available for a small conversation for at least a couple of minutes? Can you share me your mail ID? I'll share you the works what I've done. If it inspires you, can you please get back to me?" These are all few concepts where you can attract people. It's not about the age actually. So it is all through my experiences, in fact. So I'm just sharing through my experiences. It's all about whatever you think you can take it up. Actually, if you're going to criticize, then I'm okay with that. I'm not offending you. But still, these are few points which I used to follow every time. That's how I network with big personalities across different destinations. I also connect with many industrialists across India. I used to work with many industrialists who are big industrialists today. I also network with many IAS officers across different destinations. So I've been to the bureaucrats of the government of India today. So Likewise, connecting with them doesn't mean that they have huge knowledge. That is all different perspective. That's all about how you connect and network with them. And you have to treat everyone equally. These are all few points which you have to follow, obviously. So if you follow this, then you can be hired into a different company. You can do wonders on social media. Social media is the right platform to exhibit all whatever you want.
Completely agree. As you said right now, how one should email, how should one message person? Because it's us who are finding job and you are handing out job. So we should have respect. We should respect about your time also. We should respect about that you are a very high professional person who can get many person. So what can make us different from others? We should showcase that. So,
Very
so
true.
talking, so talking about ahead, I want to ask, like, because I have taken a lot of your time, I don't want to make this conversation because I know you are a very busy person. So, just two more question or two or three more question I want to ask. So, one question, the first question will be, what will Sham said to his, will tell to his younger self?
Start with what you have, do what you like, and do what you know. Don't think like what others are following, what others' dreams are, or what others have. So obviously, every dream will be possible. So start with what you have, do what you like, and do what you know. And don't wait for an opportunity. Create an opportunity. Employ people. Let's see. The person who's sitting next to you might be the co-founder. Person who's sitting in front of you might be the CTO of your company. Together, start a company. Go register the company. Start your operations. You find your identity, strength, and weakness of your own. Explore the possibilities. And if you feel like you're on the right track, then you don't need to think about anything. You don't need to self-doubt about yourself. Go beyond. You have better opportunities in front of you. Yes.
Completely agree. I would say that my last question also was answered by this question itself. That what would you have said to my audience who would be watching you and who would inspire to become you? I guess that would have you would have said the same thing, that you should follow your own dreams and you should create your own opportunity rather than waiting for any opportunity. So I have taken a lot of your time and we have discussed everything about you, about your companies, all of your companies that you have worked for, and you started your NGO, your speaker journey as a well-spoken. I want to thank you, sir, for giving your time to attend this interview and to share your words of wisdom and to share experience with my audience so that they can also learn from you and maybe they can also follow their dream and they can start their own opportunity rather than waiting for any opportunity. If you have any question you want to ask from me or from my audience, you can ask. I would do share your LinkedIn profile and your Instagram profile and the Veg Root official Instagram in my account so that people can see your work, what you're doing right now. And maybe who knows, someone can get inspired from you to follow their own.
I just wanted to initially thank you for creating such forums to connect youngsters today. And I just wanted you to be a big inspiration. And definitely you will be reaching greater heights. My best wishes for all your future endeavors. And I really wanted to thank each and every one of you who is just going to watch the interview further. Post works which can be done by Aman Sinha, and I feel that it should reach thousands and thousands of episodes in another rather than 1 year or 2 years down the line. And I really support and pledge that I'll definitely be a good support to this forum, Founderstalk, and all the very best for all your future endeavors. All the very best for all the viewers who might have been inspired, who might have thought that he is not fit for doing anything, who might have thought that he is going in the right path, who might have thought that he has failed and he has achieved now, who might have thought he is supporting, who might have thought he is not supporting, and whatever it might be. Everything put up in case saying everything will be all right soon. So all the very best, every one of you. And I'm on LinkedIn. Sham Prashad Rajasekaran is my LinkedIn ID. SHYAM. Prasad PRSHAD. Rajasekaran is my LinkedIn ID. And Instagram ID is SPR1796 is my Instagram ID. I don't want people just to follow, but I just want people to create followers. I just wanted people to be a role model for the society, doing wonders rather than following the heroes on cinema. Keep following real heroes on the ground who's really tirelessly working day and night for survival, actually. So there you feel very happy, there you feel very proud. I, since that, follow many big inspirations who work on the ground. I have also posted all updates on my LinkedIn and Instagram pages, also on my Facebook. So I just admire people. So I just admire hard workers rather than people who is on the screen getting claps or whistles. Yes, that's it for the day. Thank you so much. Please stay safe. Please take care. All the very best. God bless you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for attending the show. And I hope I can see every one of my audience till the next episode of Founderstalk. So thank you.
Thank you, Aman Sinha. Please stay safe. Please take care. All the very best. It's going to be thousands of episodes very soon. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let your dreams go beyond for anyone's dreams. Keep going. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.